Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today is Random Ephemera Day. On my desk I have lots of bits and pieces that I want to use to make ephemeras. Some are like torn envelopes. This I know I want to use on something. I have pictures, I have a bingo card, I have flippy flaps from file folders. So very different things, and I know that I want to do something with them all. I just haven't had the time or the inspiration. So if you know me, you know that I do use masterboards a lot to build my pockets. So I have different sizes. These ones have been embossed. So yeah, I've made belly bands. What else? I have this, and I'm not sure what I wanted to do with this. It has a pocket on the back, but it's definitely missing something here. I have a card out of which I've punched circles, other envelopes. This is a card. This is a tag that I need to use. I have some stamps that I want to remove. I have some vintage cardstocky thing, which is a school schedule. Couldn't find the word. I have tags. I have library cards, etc. And I had made big pockets, envelopes, I mean, like this, that I haven't glued down, and I haven't decorated either. So yeah, we have a lot to choose from. So yes, I'm going to try and vary the things we do today so that we don't get bored just doing the same thing. So let me just put these bits and pieces out. These are things to decorate, bingo cards, up. And I also have my boxes full of stuff to decorate. I have my stamps. I have a lot of things. We'll see what we use. I've also prepared some buttons because I never use them, and I like them. And it's just, they're not on my desk. So every time I do something, I forget, that I have. So what I've done, I've taken flat buttons and I've also taken shank buttons, and I just remove the back because these ones I know I'm going to glue down. So sometimes it is easy, sometimes not. Well, this one has flown away, but I'll get it later. So this is what I've done. They're on my desk. We have fabric. We have a whole lot of stuff. So let's just pick one item and let's start. We're going to start with a big envelope. These are really easy to make. I just take a book page. This is an atlas page. I just fold it, make a flap, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. So what I need to do with this one, I need to glue it down, glue it shut. So like this, I'm just going to put some glue on the sides. Going to try to do something more or less straight. Whoop-a-da. And there. There we go. And I did put too much glue as usual. You know Sophie, she acts before she thinks. So not to worry. Sorted and glued. Now, I'm going to ink the envelope. Here. I am in a vintage photo mood. It's been a couple of months since I haven't changed my inking color. So, flappy flap. You could ink this part before. It probably would be easier, but I don't really mind. Now is also the moment where I notice things that I need to mend. So here you have a little bit sticking out. There it is. And now I just need to make sure that the sides are really glued. you hear the dogs barking is because we have the puppies upstairs and we have not let them with the other dogs because the introduction yesterday evening didn't go that well with June. June weighs 30 kilos and the puppies are like a kilo and a half. So we are just going to do it progressively and hopefully that will work. Otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But you know, there's always a solution. Ooh. Yeah, I dipped my envelope in my ink. Okay. So, first things first, I want to make a closure and I need to reinforce the flap because I want to use some Velcro. So I'm going to pick up something to reinforce my flap. What do I have, if anything, next to me? No. You want something that is rigid, but at the time not too rigid. I have postcards here, but they're not the type of postcards that I want to cut. Let me see what I could use to reinforce my envelope. I've taken out some of my cheap scrapbook paper and I'm just going to take a page. Let me see. This one is shiny. No. I want something maybe just very simple. I want something written. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I know. I will show you in a minute what I've chosen. Okay, I think I'll go for this one. Just so very plain. Or the written one. Ah. What should we do? Plain? Written one? Written one. Okay, let me just get this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a piece of this paper to the size of my envelope. So I need a pencil. I'm going to cut it here. And then I'm going to cut it here. Okay. So I need my big trim machine. So I've spared you the trimming. I'm now going to round the angles. The corners, well, angles is the same, isn't it? There we go. I'm going to ink. The paper is a bit whitish, so I'm just going to age it a bit. I'm going to... Well, this is interesting, Sophie, but it doesn't really matter. Interesting, Sophie. Why is my paper smaller? I don't know. I don't care. It's going to work fine. So, time to glue it down. Or not. Yeah, we can hear you play. Don't you want to go in sleepy mode? Because now would be a good time. I think the chance of them listening to me is rather yeah, very slim. Or did the miracle just happen? No. There we go. Not in the center. Sophie way. Do we mind? No, we don't, because guess what? We have washi tape. A lot of it. So let's use some washi tape. See, this is the same as the paper, the first page of the paper. No, it's not the same. Actually, yes, it is the same brand. It could be the same brand. There we go. Oh, Sophie, what a day you're having. Quite okay. Yeah, my mind is not really awake. Maybe that's the right word. And it's weird. I'm not sleepy. I'm just, yeah, not in a very yeehaw mode. Well, my brain is not, yeah. It's a bit foggy, let's put it that way. But it will pass. At one point, hopefully. Or it will become my new normal. And I won't care, because that would be, I'll be used to it. So, little Velcros. Are you in my desk? I think you are, but I'm not sure. Oh, that's something I need to do at one point, is sort my huge drawer. Velcro. Did I put you somewhere else? Actually, I was sorting some stuff the other day, and I found out that I have black Velcros as well. That was, yeah, a surprise, because I had no clue that I had bought black ones. So if you're not there, you must be in here. And that means the other drawer. Okay, let me get them. They were pretty well hidden, but I found them nonetheless. And how many am I going to put? I'm going to cut out 4, and I'll see whether I use 3 or 4. And at one point I'll have to order some more, because, yeah, I am using them quite a lot. They're very easy to use, very convenient. Yubba. And I think I got them when I first started journaling. So a couple of years ago. And now might be a good time to get some more. Allez. There we go. So I said I want them like this. So let me put one here. Like this. Let me put a second one. Just trying to make sure that they're in the right place, one on top of the other. Like this. Well, sort of. Now the second one. 3 should be enough, I think. And then the last one. That was a weird noise. Don't know if you heard. It sounded like a duck, but I think it's my daughter. Is she changing into a duck? That would be weird. But we are sort of a weird family, aren't we? Do we have a knife? Of course we have a knife. Do we have a knife that's handy? Yes, we do. So I'm going to remove the little protections, and then I'm going to glue it shut. Let it sit a bit while we decorate it. Or at least while we think about how we're going to decorate it. So, there you are. All right, let me put that on the side. Good. I think I want to put something there, that's for sure. And then something there. Question is what? I think maybe a big label if I have one that big. Probably do. But do I have something? Or do we put an ad? Maybe an old advertisement. I have taken out a couple of old advertisements. So we have it in orange, we have it in black, and we have something in white. Now, what do we want? Yeah, I have a smaller one as well. Yep, I don't think I want that on the side. So now the question is, do I want black like this? I kind of like this one. And then I have the same, exactly the same, but in orange. I think I'm going to go with the orange because I've never used them. So they're actually the only ones I have. They come from the same magazine, but different editions. And yeah, never used the orange one. And this is such a beautiful paper. It is rather thick and it is so soft, so smooth. Okay. So, link. This. So let's glue you. Now, hopefully it is sort of the middle. Okay. Now you. Yay, 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 yay. And now it's playing time again. And again. Sam, June. Okay, let me glue this. And then I think I will have to wait until they nap. Glue your fingers, why not? There will be a Halloween junk journal then. There we go, beautiful. And yeah, let's wait a minute until they cool down. And I'm back. They quieted down. So I've taken out a couple of items, stamps, and labels. So I did this while the dogs were still playing, because I thought that otherwise this envelopes would eat most of our time together today, which I don't want, because I'm sure there are other fun items to make. There. I did not ink my stamps on purpose because they are not recent, so no need. Okay. Okay. Not much ink left on my dogger, but that's actually quite good, because I don't want to put too much either. There we go. And now it's the cat meowing. We are never alone. And this is the only male we have, and he spends his time meowing. He wants to go out when he's in. He wants to get in when he's out. He wants to go and have fun with my daughter's rats. He wants to go, you know, wherever he's not. So, and he's also a champion. He manages to meow at 3 in the morning, which of course we love. Don't think that was the one I had selected. Doesn't matter, it looks good. So we've made a beautiful envelope. Let's put it on the side. What other items do we have? I don't want to go for another envelope. I think we can make, I'm going to take one of the file folders, flappy things. I think we're actually going to make a flap that we'll put on a journal. So either a horizontal flap or a vertical flap. Well, let's do a horizontal one. Where did I put my corner under? Under my stamps. There. So I'm going to make you a bit wider. Okay. So I have some papers. Do I have plain paper? No. But actually, let me see. We could do this. And we'll leave this side just with a beautiful picture and probably some washi tape on the side. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we need a glue page. Glue page. I actually think I used it yesterday to make something, but I have another one. Yeah, because in my free time, I'm now trying to make something that's really out of my comfort zone. I am making a journal devoted to cats. And why was I saying this? Yeah, because I used the glue paper to make something that I needed at the time. No. I'm still the one that's going to decide where you're glued, which is going to be there. Like this. And I am going to remove the part that we don't need. into ink. Yeah, my cutting skills are still crap, crap, crap. Washi tape. What do we want as a washi tape? Do we want something that we don't use often? I think I say this every time, so by now I should be using them all quite often. Do we want a black one? And if yes, do we have a large black one? We don't have a large black one. We have small black ones. Well, small. We have one with butterflies. And I think... Oh, they're the same. Let me just get this one. Yeah, exactly what I wanted to do. Cascade of washi tape. So we have this one with butterflies. So we have this one. This one is too small. So no question there. Butterflies it will be. Okay. Again. Let's try to do a better job. We did. Sort of. Yes. Okay, so we have a flappy that looks like this. We could add a butterfly sticker, couldn't we? We could, but will that be too much? I don't know. Or a stamp. Postal stamp. Do I have any cute ones on my desk? Yep. So, a stamp. Et voilà, the stamp. I want to be able once not to put them straight. I need to sort of glue them randomly as well. Okay, so we have another side to cover. I do have papers next to me. This one. Okay. Come with me. Too small. This is actually the cover. I'm going to use this. It's the cover. The cat just turned the printer on. And she's not very happy about it. So it was the cover of a booklet of postcards from the Alps. So I don't know whether they're in Switzerland or in France. It depends which side you're on. It might be Switzerland. This sounds, well, to me it sounds Swiss. You know this one. What are you doing? She's sitting on the... I don't know. We never get bored. That's the fun thing. So, what piece am I going to have? Okay, let's start. Yes, but let's try again to cut better. I want to cut this with my scissors as well, because that's the way I am. I am so daring. Now, this bit. Okay. Now, on this side. This is sort of cardstocky, so I do like it quite a lot. Like this. Like this. And I think I want to put some sort of a picture there. I have taken out a couple of pictures, haven't I? I have. Here's one. Oh, it's pizza. Too big. I have one here. Again, the wrong size. What else do we have? Nothing that we want. Well, then in that case, it's not going to be a picture. It's going to be this. It is going to be a puzzle. So now it's a matter of finding the right color. So that could be okay. But red would be better, I think. Do we have red? We do have red. And here they are again. I need to make some more. I made this during the weekend, I think. But I still need to make some more. Because I want different sizes, different colors. So we're going to make this puzzle as a pocket. Okay, now it's not so white. And I can put it just here. I could maybe just a bit the sides. Like this. Okay. So let's glue on 3 sides. 1. I love to use these puzzles, whether they're crosswords or sudokus or whatever. Okay. Come on, glue. My desk, I have stickers. And I think I want to put a sticker there. Oops, sorry. I'm not yawning because I'm tired. I think I'm yawning because I'm stressed. Because when my son-in-law will come back, we will reintroduce the dogs. So I have to get rid of my stress beforehand, because I don't want the dogs to feel it, because that would defy the purpose of having things going well. Red, red, red. We have red here and we have red there. Fairy forests or roses. I would be inclined to go for a fairy. I don't want to. That's okay. That's too big. Actually, it is not too big. Did you say eclectic? I do. You're a bit pinkish. You. It is you. Yes. Why must I glue my fingers all the time? There we go. Cute. I like this one. Very nice. Next item. Let's make a belly band. I have this belly band. I really like the masterboard. Did a good job there, I think. Well, I find. I do see some old people. And I think I'm going to do something like this. Very simple. And I do like to use this group of people to do that. Usually I do audition. They're sitting, which is a bit annoying me. But you know what? It doesn't matter. They will be sitting here. Do we have some labels? Of course we have labels. So many labels. Could have one here. But if we do that, we lose the nice. You know what? I'm not going to put a label. I'm going to put some postal stamps, and that will be it. Because I really like the background, so I want to keep the background as it is. So I'm going to glue my ladies. And that will be it. So we're sort of here, I believe. There you are. I want postal stamps. Postal stamps. What colors? Do we have a nice green? Do you see me struggling? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, believe you me. I said I would. So I'm gonna. Now. There we go. Yay! Yay, Sophie! Too bright. Too bright, too bright. This one I like. I don't want to ink it because it's not white on the borders, so I just want to leave it as is. Yay! Now, do I want... I think I'm going to put some lace under it. I just need to find lace that is yay large. Let me go to my stash. So, got 3 different lace. You have that one, which is nice. You have that one, which is much softer. Which is also nice. And then, oh, what are you doing here? You were hidden somewhere. Don't know why I turned it around. It's exactly the same. And I think this one is actually better. For an unknown reason. Can't tell you. Just feel like it's better. Okay, then what I need to do is cut a piece to the size I want. I'm going to cut it a bit bigger than the belly band itself. Like this. I am going to glue actually I might use my big tip because otherwise it's gonna take far too long. You are not what I'm looking for. Where is my fine little pin? Okay. So I'm first going to glue it like this, and then if need be I'll glue it on the sides. Where did I put you? Here. So here I am going to put some glue. Too much as usual. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I'm just going to let it dry. But it looks really, really nice. Very happy with this. So let me put this on the side. Okay. I'm going to put you on the side as well. So now we have this little tag that we can use. We need paper. should we take, I think on this one I'm going to take pattern paper. There we are, pattern paper. I'm not going to need all of this, so I'm just going to take a piece out. Oh, this is a very big ruler. I never use it. So, we have another ruler. Actually, we have one next to ourselves. Oh. Okay, which side do we want to use? We have a blue side and we have a black side. I think I'm going to go for the black side. This part. Okay. So let's glue it down. And I think I'm going to use some fabric tape, because I cannot remake that hole and I want something strong on it so that it doesn't break the paper. Okay. Now, I have like 1,000 rulers, and when I want one, it's never the one I pick. Better with a small one. So I'm just going to do that. And then that. I'm going to have to cover the back as well. Okay. Well done, Sophie. You ripped. It doesn't matter. So some fabric tape. I am lucky that everything is so close to me today. So we need to find a color that we like. I have very flashy colors and very non-flashy colors. And I think that's going to be it. So I'm going to get my trimmer out. I just need a small one. I don't need a big one. The grower is resisting. But I won. I won. So I'm going to cut a piece. Yay big. So that's a start. Then I'm going to cut a piece yay big. It's not going to be completely straight, but I don't care. I just want it sort of straight. And now I'm going to make strips. One strip. Two strips. Good. And 4 strips. Okay. See, they're not straight. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put my strips around. Now, I did a good job, didn't I? Huh? Auto congratulations are in order. Okay, you're much bigger. We don't really mind. Okay. Do I want to put some on top? Maybe. Oh, there's a cat on my armchair. Non, non, si, si. Tu descends. No, no. This is not possible. No, I said no. She understands everything. She doesn't care. Okay. Let me just get this one out. And let's use it here. Mais oui, je t'aime, mon chat. Mais oui. She's looking at me with her big green eyes. Purring. Take care of me, mama. There. And I am not going to do anything with the corners, I think. Let's put this in the bin. Let's just ink the sides because they're a bit white. I'm going to put some paper, some coffee dyed paper on the back. You want to help me? Yeah, I know. Oh, mais c'est joli. Purr, purr, purr. Okay. Do we have what's the name? Bone folder. Yes, we do. Like this. Ah, don't glue on my fingers. Come on, go away. You see, kitty cat, why you can't get on my desk. Too many gluey things. And you're a star, you would look very nice on camera. I know. But yeah, not today, sweetie. Not today. So a tad of ink. Really not much. And now is the question, what can we put on here as ephemera? Do we want a fussy cut of some sort? What could don't we have? I have this on my desk. Let's see if I cut out the white bits. I've been attacked by a wet wipe. I had so much fun when I was a little girl. I had dolls that you needed to dress with a paper. That is not a bad option at all. You go on the side. Again, just a little bit. Now, I think I'm close to the end. And when you're close to the end, they're not so friendly. They're not as good companions as they used to be when they're new. Or glitter glue. There we go. Cute, right? I like it. First time I do this. So that there's the first for everything. Okay, on the side. Then we have some sort of ATC cards. Corner rounder. The small one. And let's see, how do we round them? No, we're going to do the big one. Okay, so I would love to use a button. So that means I will use fabric as well. Now, I do have buttons here. Let me just clear a bit. So what do I want? What do I want? That's a nice one, isn't it? You agree with me? We have lace next to us, so I think we need to use lace. So I'm just going to cut a strip. A strip of lace. I can't see a thing. So it has a flower there. What else do we have that we could put there? Another sort of lace then. Okay. So this is something we can use, but we still need to have something there. We need a small ephemera. Do we have anything small in pouches? Let me see. So we have a big pouch here. Small things. Lots of prayer cards. We have a bird. Do we have another option? I am forging through my pouch. Too big, too big, too big, too big, too big. We have nothing interesting here. Although we could have a frame with something under it, and somewhere I have frames that already have acetates. We just need to find a picture to put under them. Let me find them. So, couldn't find them, not to worry, we're going to make it now. So what I do, these are cheap sort of AliExpress or Temu frames, and I use them as I'm going to show you by putting acetate, inking them. Sometimes I do put some patina around, and I certainly wouldn't buy them again, but I have a lot of them somewhere in a pouch waiting for me. So on the acetate. So we're going to let it dry, and we'll finish this one once it's dry. Wait here. So what else do we have? Again, ATC. Here we have some sort of a pocket. Is it straight? No, probably not. Do we care? No. So a bit of ink. We have a butterfly. That's a chromos. It is a bit just getting things out. I have no clue whether I'm going to use them, but I just want options. Oh, I see a bird. Okay, you are not coming with us. No, that's kitty cat, not again. I'm sorry. My phone keeps on ringing and ringing and ringing. Okay, so let's see. We could have her here, I think. I just took out things from the pouch while I was on the phone. We could take a coupon. Let's see. Nope. Nope. So what else could we have? Some sort of that. Well, let's give it a go. So yeah, even though it's going to be half hidden, I still ink all the sides. Okay. I'm being attacked by a fly. I had taken how do you say, something, you know, so I know where to glue, and I lost it, but that's okay. So, milady, I'm pretty sure you can find pictures of postcards on the internet, so just, you know, print some fussy cut the ladies and glue them on some cardstock or light or heavier paper, and then you'll just get the same effect as me. And if you're more clever than I, you will not put glue on the head, because that will certainly not be glued. It's just the bottom that will be glued. But I'm so eager to use my glue that I put some everywhere. Hop là, voilà. So there you are. There we go. Oh, we're gonna go crazy again with the stamp. Attention. Boom. Done. And I have this little voila. You could have it here, but I don't necessarily like it. Do I have... I would be tempted, you know me. I would, but I'm not gonna. A butterfly of some sort. Looking for a butterfly, and what do I find? A rhino. I have sunflowers. Nope. Pink. Pinkish. Too pink. But they're not big. They're not big. That's what I need to get, big butterflies. Because oh, they're not what I want, but they're better. Let's see, is there supposed to be pinkish violet, but maybe there's one that I would want. Yeah, that one is huge. No. Actually, I like this one. So I will need to cut it for sure. Yeah, I know. Your friends are coming home. Okay. we have a pocket. So, first things first. Where has my button disappeared now? Here. My bird has a bit of a whitish part that I would like to minimize. I think I need to change my blade again. Youpla. Well, there will be a bit of white, which will turn brown because we're going to ink it. And that's it. So we cannot see your tail. So I'm going to put the lace on your tail where your tail should be. I'm going to glue you down. I'm going to glue you down like this. You can hear June crying because she wants to go to the puppies. But we're still going to wait one more day because now the puppies are getting used to the house, getting used to us, and they've accepted Loki. Loki has accepted them. Sam is on the verge of almost not caring. So little by little we'll get there. So we need a glue gun. Did I leave my glue opened? Yes, I did. Well, too bad for me. So while it heats, I'm going to remove the little bits. Okay. I'm just going to check whether, yeah. Okay, so we're having one bit of lace. We're having 2 bits of lace. And then we're having, I can't see anything, but I think that's the way up. I'm gonna put you here. That is a lot of glue. So, button. And there we go. There we go. Let me turn this one off. Hopla. Do I want to trim my lace? Maybe just a little bit. There we go. Cute. Okay, there you are. But it's not you I want. Okay, I'm gone blind again. Again. I want this corner rounder. Bigger setting. 3. There. this. Remember, I had glued a frame on acetate, so I'm going to fussy cut it out. But I want smaller scissors for this. And I am not going to go through all the, am I? Usually I just cut it more or less around. I don't, you know, if it's not, if you can still see the acetate, nobody's going to die, especially not me. And it won't really show. And this one is really, really, how can I say? We have a French word, tarabiscoté. It has many, many curves and details, etc. There are some that have much less, and where it's actually quite easy just to cut under the first millimeter. So again, you don't bother. There you go, there you go. Okay, that's a bit tedious, but it would look cool. It will look cool afterwards. So it's worth it. I was scrolling on my phone earlier today, and they were showing Halloween decorations in the US of backyards, or front yards actually. And oh my God, that is a lot of decoration. And yeah, some people are really going above and beyond. We do that for Christmas. Well, I don't, but you will find some houses, not a lot actually, with a lot of decorations for the holidays, but not for Halloween. And it's been 2 years, I think, that we haven't seen any kids. Not that there are no kids where I live, but you know, they don't come trick-or-treating. Okay, so we do have a frame. Now we need something to put under the frame. She's too small. I'm pretty sure she's too small. Or is she? Oh, she might actually be okay. Ah ben non. Okay. Why not try? And if I don't like it, I can still cover it with something else. And again, I've had these for the longest time, so I think it is time to use them. So, okay, so a little bit of ink. I'm not going to put patina, just because I'm not. I'm going to put some glue, but not everywhere, because you don't need it everywhere. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think we do need something, and I think that's going to be washi tape. What do we have here? No. Play one color? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, I have this one that I absolutely never use. I think I've used it twice because it had sentiments which I don't really like. Well, I don't like to use them, but there's nothing wrong with them. But it looks nice, I think. Do I want... I don't really have space to put any other. So I think that's going to be it. Is it? I think I'm going to put an eyelid. I want an eyelid here. Crocodile. There you are. Now we need an eyelid. Actually, I had seen some here. They're stuck. Can we do that? Yeah, we can. So we are. I'm going to make myself a little jar of ribbons because I never put anything in my eyelids, but just because they're not there. So I need to do that. Cute, right? Okay, let me check how much time we have left. Okay, I've selected a couple of items. So here we have a card that says Viva Mummy. It is written inside, so I'm just going to cover these, maybe put a thing or two in terms of decoration, and that will be it. It will be a new piece of ephemera. So I'm just going to get a couple of pieces of coffee dyed paper. So that's one. Cutting until here. I like to make my ephemera useful. So, because I could leave it like this, I could tuck it into a journal. But I like the fact that not only will you have the vintage card, but you can also write something in it. Now, that's a me thing, of course. You up. So by all means, if you don't feel like doing that, don't. It is beautiful as it is. And this, again, you can find, I'm pretty sure, on Google. Just, you know, print an image, fussy cut. You can print it on a bit of a stronger paper or just on normal paper and then fussy cut it out. This is a bit too long, isn't it? It is. Do we mind? No. just going to do this. So I've just folded it like this. And I need a second piece for the other side. Do I? No, I don't, because it's not written on the other side, Sophie. I can ink it a little bit, not too much. Don't know from when this is. I don't know, maybe the 70s or 60s, or not older than that. Don't think so. Okay, then I get here like this. And again, this is optional. You don't need to ink the edges of the pages if you don't want. I need to get my dog back in. He is barking. That's Sammy. Barking is a passion of his. Not so much one of mine. But hey, he is as he is. Okay, I've managed to... Yeah, but I don't like the way it was glued. I'd rather put a staple in the middle, which is probably what I'm going to do. For this, I need a stapler, of course. The question is, which one? I don't think this one will do. Let me see. No, but I should have here. Oh, yeah. Come on, come with me, sweetie. My very old stapler, which has been with me since 2005, back when I was working. How am I going to do this? I'm going to do this. There we go. Much better. Can we put something cutesy inside? Of course we can. Couple of stickers, I think. One here and one here. And maybe on the side of the other pages we can put something like this. Okay. Like this. So this is another one. This I'm going to prepare. I'm going to make pockets out of it. But let me show you. I'm first going to cut it. I know I'm half out of frame. And the way I want to cut it is I want to have I want this side to start with this black line. So hopefully I'm going to be able to manage that. Fingers crossed. Yes. Okay. So with this part, what I am going to do is I'm going to be able to stamp on them, filling the places that are empty. There we go. So in my mind, I already have 3 pockets. Then I can play with in terms of stamping them, which I'm not going to do now because otherwise, you know, I don't know where I want to put them. And I don't know what will be above them. And because they're different from the ones I usually make, I'd rather have a plan. So the other side, I'm going to trim the fold like this. And now again, I can do the same, sort of. I have a piece that I can add to the other ones because I can print on it. I have nothing seems straight, but it is straight. One like this, and then I can make a second one like this. There we go. Let me put this here. I'm going to round the corners because I know I will want to do that. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same with these ones. Okay. We are going to decorate one of them. So I have him. I have you. It doesn't mean that you go together. But it means that I could potentially do something. Do we have something here? Like fabric tape. Are you white? Yeah, you're white. Can I color you? Probably. Let me show you who I'm talking about. Talking about you. So it's fabric tape that I bought. You are here. Can we do that? Okay. What if we had? What are you? Little fly. They are the flies that come on fruits. We have had an invasion, but I thought we had managed to get rid of them. Apparently not. Oh, idea. Idea. I was going to pick up a label, but I'm thinking I had some sort of a black crossword puzzle. Is this one smaller? Yes, it is smaller. What else do we have? No, we have tiny, tiny ones. Let me get, well, that's a piece of cardstock. A couple out. Okay. You know what? I'm going to glue my picture because I'm not going to put labels under. So I'm just going to do, it seems to be sort of straight. I'm going to just take a little part of the corners, just so they're not sharp. Because I think it looks nicer. But it's really, really just a micro piece. There. Hopla. I could distress it a bit. I would rather not use my scissors, but if I have to, I will. Not too much. You can use a snapshot from Tim Holtz to do that. Okay. Little ink. And I'm going to glue this gentleman. Look, there's a D stamped here. I'm going to glue him on my pocket. So, like this. I know I even have smaller ones. I might get a tiny, tiny one. Same thing, going to distress it a bit. Well, we can roughen the edges as well. I glued them on the packaging. Some are quite thin and some are a bit sturdier, because sometimes I like to have a bit of dimension and sometimes I don't. So that's just the reason why. As much as this is what the packaging I have picked looks like today. So lots of reasons why. I'm having you here like this. I think I'm going to just put bits, not a whole thing. I think I'm going to glue my huge butterfly. Like this. I think I'm going to have some lace here. Like this. I'm going to have a piece on the bottom. And I'm going to have this one. No. I'm going to have this one here. And then what I'm going to do is get some brown tape. And I'm going to add it here. And a piece here, I think. Like this. And I think that's enough. I'm going to just ink the parts that need to be inked. And there we go, we have a nice pocket. Grungy pocket. I can put something on there if I want to, like a postal stamp. Yeah, the ones I have here are too big, but do we have something else? I'm sorry if I made you move. I'm so sorry. No. Okay. I don't have to have anything here that I can use, but you can put something there, I think. And I might at one point. Okay, so that's another pocket. Shall we do one last thing? I had an envelope. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to make it as a fold out this way. So I sort of need a background. Let me see. It's too white. Too white. I still have some of my pattern paper, don't I? Let's see, where is the other part? I probably have hidden it somewhere. Okay. I guess I'll just do that. Okay. And we are going to use the blue side for a change. Too many things on my desk as usual. I'm going to leave the back as it is because I like the handwriting. Maybe I'll add a stamp or two, but that's it really. And by stamp I mean postal stamp. Actually, I do like this side better. I'm sorry for changing my mind. Okay, let me just try to have a bit of breathing space. So here we have our background. We can ink the sides. Like this. So we're going to have it like this. I know I have some fussy cuts from encyclopedias. I also have advertisements. And don't ask me where they came from a magazine, that's all I can tell you. Because that's all I can remember. Oh, we have a lovely landscape. Yes, and I'm just going to do this. I want things to be straight. Okay. And that way we can also see the background. There we go. This is from an encyclopedia. From when is that one? That one is quite old. It's the end of the 19th century, I think. And I absolutely love it. There are lots of landscapes, illustrations, lots of animals, plants, people, of course. But these are absolutely stunning. Okay, come on, go away. So we can definitely do something. I have this golden washi tape, and I'm wondering whether I could do something like what Tony and Margaret do, but actually I can't because I have no clue where my sanding discs are. So I am not going to use it. I'm going to use something else. Do we want something golden? Yes, I think so. Let me see how that one looks. Wondering what color it gets when you glue it. If it stays white. Okay. Let me see, let me try here. Is it white? It is a bit, but not too much. I think I like it. So let me get a piece. There we go. There's an up and a down. My. Okay. Ay, 0.5 millimeter. That's okay. I'm gonna put some all around in the same way. I'm going to put a postal stamp as well, or two, who knows. No, it wasn't as fast as usual. Normally I do about 15 random ephemera. I'm not sure we are anywhere close to that. It's not a competition, it doesn't matter, but it's just, yeah, weird to me. Ooh. Sorry. Sorry. No, I did not die. All of a sudden, my mouth got so dry. Oh, it's happening again. Oh, God. And, yeah, then it makes me feel like I'm dying. Just coughing. And I apologize for this awful sound. Okay, we're upside down. Well, that's the way it is. That's the way it was meant to be. I like this green one. I still have my little bits and pieces. Let me see if it's inked. Well, it will go. Oh, well, I do think I like it. We can do something. No. Like that. Okay. Glue, glue, glue. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to change my mind probably. So there we go. And there we go. And I quite like it. Now, on the other side, maybe a stamp or two, but that will be it, because I like sort of everything. Like that, I like that. I like the writing, so maybe just a nice postal stamp. We could have a rather big one. What if, yes, I like this one, so I'm going to put this one. Okay. There we go. So, let me clear a bit everything on my desk, and then we'll have a look at what we've made today. So here we are. Today we made some random ephemera with bits and pieces we had lying around. So we made a lovely pocket out of an old school planning with bits and pieces. We fixed sort of this little card for sort of a Mother's Day or something, so that you can write in it. We have made an ink box with some cheap material, AliExpress, and then an eyelid and a piece of washi tape. We made another ATC card with a fussy cut from a book and some lace and a button. We've made a bottom pocket with, again, bits and pieces. This came from a postcard. This is a Barabon coupon, a sticker, and I really like it. It's beautiful. A postal stamp, a label, nothing complicated. And you can stamp something in the label if you want to. And June is crying. Then we've made a, how do you call it? A flap, sorry. A flap using a piece of file folder. And yeah, I glued some picture from an encyclopedia, washi tape, a stamp, and then on the other side, this was the cover of a booklet of postcards, crosswords, and a sticker. Then we made this. That was made out of a tag that came with something I bought. I use fabric tape. Underneath you have some pattern paper, a little image, and just coffee dyed paper on the back. And I really like this one. Then we made a belly band with Tim Howell's people, piece of board, and a piece of lace. I really like it. And we've made, with difficulty, a big envelope with a Velcro closure, and some advertisements from an antique car magazine. Really nice, really, really nice. And then last but not least, we have decorated an old envelope from 1944. I just added a postal stamp. I'm going to use it as a side flap, and or a side flap actually. And I used again pattern paper, some washi tape, a picture from an encyclopedia, some puzzle games, and postal stamps. Nothing complicated there. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As usual, I enjoyed it. I love making random ephemera. And I'll be back on Saturday. I'll figure out what we're going to do. I don't know for the time being. And in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.